Guys, it's Sarah, and today I wanted to tell you a little bit about a website that I am now using to read advanced copies. This website is called Edelweiss. It is by no means new. It's been around for quite a while. I just have never personally used it. But I have just learned that using my Barnes & Noble credentials, because I do work at Barnes & Noble, I can use those credentials to have access to some early copies of books that I may not have access to elsewhere. And they are all digital, so this is kind of very similar to NetGalley, where you download them and read them and then leave reviews on the site. So it's kind of the same thing, just a different platform. And this Edelweiss is a little bit more for professionals than NetGalley is, and there's ways that you can order books and do all that kind of stuff as well, which is obviously something I'm not going to be doing. I'm just using it to be able to read books in advance. And I wanted to share some of the books that I have downloaded from Edelweiss that I have been able to just immediately download. I didn't have to request, and that's because of my credentials. So it's a perk of the job, and I'm 100% taking advantage of it. So I'm going to share with you 10 books that I've downloaded. I have downloaded more, but these are kind of the 10 that I'm the most excited to read. Okay, the first one is called The Weekend Retreat. This is by Tara Laskowski, and this one comes out in December, so I have a very early copy of it. And I believe this one follows a family who gets together every so often at this big estate that they have. It's very much, I think, a rich people behaving badly thing, and we are following a time when it is the sibling group that is there, and they are with their spouses, and then things start happening. So, haven't read this author before, but the cover definitely grabbed me, and I went ahead and grabbed it. I also got The Vacation by John Mars. Now, this one I believe has already come out in the UK, but it's coming out in the US December. And I have definitely wanted to read John Mars. I just haven't gotten there yet with his books, and I just decided to go ahead and grab his new one while it was available to me. But yeah, he's definitely an author that I want to get into, and he's definitely a thriller writer. One more thriller I can talk about is Only If You're Lucky by Stacey Willingham. I don't care what this is about. I'm going to read it. I've loved her books. I've given her first 2 books 5 stars, and I'm going to read it. This one comes out in January, so will definitely be read. I was also able to get the next book in the Coyote Sunrise series, which is coming out. So it's a sequel to The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. Yes, by Dan Geimenhardt, that I read earlier this year and absolutely loved it. This is a middle grade series, and a sequel is coming out, and it's called Coyote Lost and Found, and it comes out in February, and I was able to get it. So I was very excited about that. Another one I grabbed is A Fragile Enchantment. This one is by Allison Saft, and this one comes out in January, and I have read a book by Allison Saft, and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely want to read more from this author. And this is going to be her newest one coming out. It's a young adult, and it's going to be fantasy. I was also able to grab Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister. And this is an author that I have not read yet, but I really want to. I do have her other book called Wrong Place, Wrong Time that I've heard very good things about. So I'm definitely interested in this one. This one has already been released. It came out in August, but I was able to get a digital copy of it. So I went ahead and grabbed that while I could. I was also able to grab Alice Feeney's new book, A Good Bad Girl. This one is also released. It just came out at the end of August too. And Alice Feeney is definitely an author that I want to read everything that she writes. I've really enjoyed her books. So this is her newest one, and I grabbed it while I could. Another one that is a most anticipated release for me this year is Of Time and Turtles by Cy Montgomery, and I was able to get that one. And I was very happy when I saw that on there, and I downloaded it immediately because I really want to read this one. This is a nonfiction. It's going to be about turtles. I read The Soul of an Octopus by her earlier this year and absolutely loved it. So I'm expecting to love this one as well and just become obsessed with turtles, because why not? I was also able to grab Sterling House by Alex E. Harrow. I read a book by Alex E. Harrow earlier this year and was a little bit underwhelmed, but I still want to give her more of a shot as far as, her books, because I'm very interested in them and they all sound really good. And I've heard very good things about this one from early reviews already. So I'm going to read it. And yeah, so I was able to, again, grab this one early, but I definitely plan to give her another shot 100% with this one. And then for my last one, I was able to get Shadowheart by Meg Gardner, which is the 4th book in the Unsub series, which is a series that follows a detective who hunts serial killers. And she follows in her dad's footsteps. And each book has followed a serial killer who has been kind of inspired by actual serial killers. And you can kind of see you can see the lines there on which serial killer it's following. I don't know the details about this one. I'm going to go into it blind and see what's going on. But this one comes out in October, and I've enjoyed the first 3 books for sure, and I definitely am excited to read this one too. Okay, so those are 10 books that I have downloaded from Edelweiss. I have downloaded more, but those were kind of the ones I wanted to highlight. And I'm very excited to start utilizing the site to see if I can get some of my most anticipated releases early, which is something I really want to concentrate on next year for sure, like reading my most anticipated books. And if I can get them early, that would be great. And I'm excited to take advantage while I can, while I have this job, and see what I can do. So I will leave a link down to Edelweiss down below. It is free for anyone to be able to use it. I don't know if it's available outside the US, so I will say that, but it is something that anybody can use, any reviewer. So you don't have to be a bookseller or a professional in order to use it. It is available to you. But I don't know as far as downloading immediately if this much is going to be available. I'm not sure about those details. That's something you'll just have to play with when you create an account and see what you can do. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day.